Once you're comfortable with the horse you're working with, remember, you want to go left hand reaching over the left side of the rump. Hang that rope in your right arm. You can take 2 brushes, check her again, make sure she didn't fall asleep. Go with 2 brushes, gets done faster. 1 under, 1 over, 1 under, 1 over. You want to brush all the bugs, dust, burrs, everything off of this horse. If there's a tiny little speck of something in there and you saddle it, put a saddle over it and ride for an hour, it's gonna rub for an hour with your weight on it. And then when you wonder why did the horse go to bucking, you'll never know. When we come back around to the right side, again, notice I'm not using 1,000 verbal commands. I'm not gee and haw and go and whoa. Horses don't speak that language. They completely non-verbally communicate. Once you go to reaching back on the right side of the horse, only reach back with your right hand. The hard part next becomes the tail. You always want to go with a soft brush first. You should train your horse and yourself to do this from either side. Most horses are trained on the right side of the horse. Their left, your right. What you want to do, start at the shoulders, work with your hand all the way back over the dock of their tail. They know what you're doing. As you reach over and around, get the tail and get yourself back forward. Once you've got the tail, take your soft brush. She's not used to this. I'm not getting excited, she won't get excited. Stand out of the backup zone, please. She's trying to figure out what I'm doing. She's never had this done before. I'm fine with that. Horses, I call it reverberating. If you act afraid, they're a meat animal, we're a meat eater animal. If you get scared, they're going to get more scared. If you get mad, they're going to get more mad. They, in their own weird instinctual horse way, look up to us for an example of how they should act. And if a meat-eating predator is scared, what chance do they have? Once I've worked the soft brush through the tail, she's mellowed out. If I see knots or other things, I'll bring her back around to my workspace, get my mane and tail comb, let her smell it, start at the front, that's always the best place. Let her know what I intend to do. I'll work the mane a little bit, and once I finish that, I'm going to rub her with the hard comb all the way back to her dock like I did with my hand. Reach down, bring the tail around to me. I'm not going behind her to get this tail. Then I'll work it with the brush or a comb. I've gotten a couple of the knots out. I'm not going to work this tail all day. And that covers basic grooming. If you're going to show them, you have to rub them down with cloths and alcohol and pledge and everything else. Next, you got to go to the hooves. Again, everybody will tell you hard tie that horse, blah blah blah. You need a hoof pick, you need a hard brush, and you need a lot of self-control. because you have to turn your back on the biting implement. And they may not mean to. If they see a fly on your butt, they'll, as a friend, try to snip it off of there. They don't know their own strength. Their mama's biting them in a way that would tear flesh off of us. They have thick horse hides. What I usually do, she's face left, I'm not going to try to wrangle her around to the right. If I'm going to go on the left side and work the hooves, hoof pick goes oriented in my left rear pocket. This way, I'm going to drape the rope over my arm so that it is not tied in any way. Just enough slack that if she moves her head, I can feel it. When I come down and get the hoof, I start at the withers, I work down. Once she gives me her hoof, the brush goes between my knees. I look at where are my toes. So if she leans down and stomps this foot, it will not stomp on my toes. With my left hand, she's had some farrier work done the last 2 days. That's why she went down like this. She's having soreness on her left front. Again, I didn't freak out. I didn't get excited. Great teaching moment. I bring her back, passive and persistent. She didn't try to kick me. Flies are bugging her, it's hot, and her foot hurts. This time, because I already picked the bottom of that one foot, I know I have to be fast so I don't hurt her. Hoof pick back in the pocket. Rope over the arm. Hoof up. Brush it out. Hoof down. Pet her. Let her know. Good job.